and they were standing about right there. And his son is talking to somebody in the box right here, in one of the box seats right in this area right here. And he asked his son, "Who are you talking to?" And he says, "That man right there sitting in the box." And needless to say, he took off. I would have too.
Yeah.
I've ran out of here a couple times. Late at night. I'm the last one to leave, first one to come in. That's one of the hot spots in the building. I think it was box 5 or 7, which was right here. There's 7. So they said the man was sitting somewhere in here, and a little boy was talking to him. The man was asking him how old he was and things like that. So, when you come back in the dark, you can come into the box and take some pictures and listen and record. Okay, now we're going to go back. We're going to go on stage. You all bought your flashlights, right? You all have flashlights. Okay. That's one of the first things I do in the morning, is put that in my pocket when I come to work. Got somebody to turn the lights off on you.
Flashlight, I got everything quiet.
Now you're on stage, and if you were sitting in the gallery, all the way up there in the back, last row, you could hear every word that I'm saying, and I would not have to talk any louder than what I am right now. But there's been a lot of, there was an incident a few years ago, no, I wasn't here, but Gary, he was in the ballroom today. He's the electrician here, and I think I was on vacation. They had a show, and he was walking across the stage, and 2 lights from that rail up there came on. Well, the board is right over here, the light board. Those lights will not come on unless you turn them on over here at the board. There's no way you can get electricity to them, but they came on and shined down here on the stage. The board was off, the key was turned off. The faders were down, but the lights came on. Oh yeah, that's some of the things that go on around here. I'm just going to turn the light on right here so you're not totally in the dark. This is the hot area right here. These 2 pieces right here go with that Syfy shell right here. They don't use them. They don't use them all the time. They use them for pops. The orchestra gets bigger. But years ago, they had a different shell, basically the same thing like this. It was stored here. Well, we had a one-nighter. And everybody was gone. Our loading dock is right there. I was letting the truck out of the loading dock. So everybody's gone. I'm shutting the door, outside door, the inside door. There's a door right here. Close that. Headed towards my office, which is right up those steps right there. I got to about right here. And you can imagine that shell comes out this far when it's stacked in there. Well, something was going on back here. Now, I'm the only one left that I lock up. And I usually go to my office, do my payroll, my timesheets for that day before I go home. Well, I hit the center step, right there. It was winter time, so I had my coat hanging on my doorknob. Grabbed my coat, pulled my office door shut, and I was out the back in 2 seconds. But something was going on back here. And there wasn't any of my crew, because they know better than that. You don't want to jump out on me and holler boo or anything like that. It was not chains rattling or anything like that, but there was something definitely happening back here. That's one of my noises that I've heard. Okay. Then we're going to go into the shop. I'm going to turn these lights on. It's going to take a few seconds for them to come on, minutes. This was about 1999, 2000. And this is where we built the opera sets and stuff like that. That's what we're working on right now. We're working on this right here. The set that we bought from Germany, Meister Singer. And we're going to remodel it and make it so it will fit our stage. But anyway, this was like 99, year 2000 or whatever it was. I can't remember the exact year. But I was standing here. I had my boss standing here, and I had my assistant standing here. And it's about 5 o'clock. The guys are, we usually clean up the shop between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. So we're standing here talking about what we got done, you know, during the day, you know, and everything like that. And I turn over and look at Tim. Tim's a tall guy. I look up at him. And out of the corner of my good eye, I see a shroud with steam coming off of it, floating about that far off the floor. And it's like you would be buried in it, but there was steam coming off of it. So he's standing here, I'm standing here. My boss didn't see it. Oh, he said he didn't see it. I don't know how he missed it, because it went right between me and Tim. And you got that slimy, cold, steamy feeling. And it went right out on stage, right towards that light right there, that column, disappeared. So I look over at Tim and I said, "What was that?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Did you see it?" He said, "Sure, I saw it." I said, "What was it?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Neither do I, but it's time to get out of here."
Was it really
So it
fast
floated
moving?
right up the ramp here and went right out there. Now this area right here, I had one of those meters the paranormal group gave me to use. They're coming back here in about a week or so. And this is a very hot area. I get a real high reading right here. I usually, it goes up to about between 15 and 30 on the meter. Like that. You're getting a reading?
Yeah, yeah.
You think it's the light? I don't know.
They kind of dissipate.
I don't know. Well, yours is higher than the one that I have.
What kind of meter was it, do you know?
Huh?
What kind of meter was it?
I don't know. I have it up on my desk. But I don't get a reading anywhere else with the lights on.
It's consistent in this area.
Right. You can walk over here and I'll turn some more lights on. You can take a reading over here. Yeah. Turn some more lights on.
Could the wires underneath, could the power came to the building? A lot of them.
There's nothing under the floor right there.
It'll cause highlights or not. You turn it on by hitting the knob here, and then you have the optional Celsius or Fahrenheit. So when I go Fahrenheit, click Fahrenheit. These here usually have a 2 to 3 foot outlet.
This area right here. And a lot of people have seen people walking up here. Seen shadows and stuff like that walking up here. That's an emergency exit outside in the courtyard. Big pair of steps coming down outside. We're going to go down to the basement here in a minute. Go down to the basement. This is where we paint our scenery. It's full of scenery right now because I have no other place to go with it. I had to rework the set and repair it and stuff like that on it. I've never seen anything here or anything like that, but many a time I worked by myself late at night in the shop, and that door is down. Now it's summertime, wintertime. They turn the heat off, they turn the air off in the summer after everybody's supposed to be gone, right? Well, there's no air moving or anything like that, but that door will rattle every once in a while. You know, it's a roll-up door and it'll rattle. And I'll come down and check and look in here and see if there's anybody in here, but nobody here. But that thing rattles every once in a while. I don't know what's going on. We have another area too. Things have just started happening after Eric Kunzel passed away, Pop's conductor. The hot water has been turning itself on in the ladies' restroom right here on the other side, right here in the hallway. For some reason or another, we find the hot water on. And it's on a day or where there's no women back here. And I don't go in there, but we find the water on because I'll walk by and I'll hear water running. And it's been happening right after he passed away. Let's see, what did he do? He passed away in what, August or something like that? August, I think it was. And it really happened really bad during a Christmas party that we have every year for American Financial. Every time you turn around, the water was on. So that's been happening a lot. And I have found that over the years in the men's room, that's next to the ladies' room, not as much as what's going on right now, but there is something going on there with the water. I don't know. I heard ghosts like water. Now when we get down here, we're going to have to watch your head. Just watch your heads, guys, when you walk through here, okay? You can see where the covering on the pipes have been pulled up. Right now you're under the auditorium. The other floor slopes towards the stage. This is
down here. I see footprints here.
Okay, so you can walk on in.
Is this the dirt part?
You can walk right on in. Just don't go past the pipe right there. I think leave your footprints in Music Hall. This is not the only dirt floor that's still in Music Hall. There was a lot of them when I came in here. Running the stage was the third floor. Don't go any farther than the pipe. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, everybody got a good look?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that.
It was built on a cemetery, it really was.
Yeah.
So what they did with the bodies, exhibit?
They took the bodies to Spring Grove when it opened up.
How many graves were present, do you know?
I mean, in here, this was a potter's field. And they had mass graves. Because in 1838, I believe there was an cholera epidemic in Cincinnati. So you had people dying, they didn't have identification.
So how did they know that they got all the bodies?
They went and dug the whole thing up, and they left. They didn't get them all. What they did with them, they took and they had them. They had bones and skulls and pieces and fragments and stuff like that. And they kept them at the Art Museum or somewhere, one of the museums around town at that time. And they decided that they would, when they, in 1920s, they put an elevator in going to the ballroom, because that's when they finished the South Hall and the North Hall. And they decided that they would dig a hole and make a vault down in there. And they did. They put the bones back in there and concreted over the top of it. Well, needless to say, our elevator was time for a new one, so they put a new hydraulic elevator. So they had to break the concrete, put a shaft in, drill, punch a hole in the ground 60 feet for the tube, the hydraulic tube. And they did the work at night because we have offices throughout the building. Nobody wanted to listen to the jackhammering and stuff like that, so they worked at night. And they had a gentleman there down in the bottom of the pit, and he had a jackhammer, and he went through and went down like that. So he hammered out the hole a little bit, and he couldn't see what was in there, so it was only about that deep, so he reached down in there and pulled out a skull and came up out of the pit running out towards the street. And at the time, Channel 5 was going by, and film at 11, on the 11 o'clock news and stuff like that. So they took those bones and they set them and they did the test on them and see what people died of and stuff like that. So
What did they come up with?
they were just bones that over the years we do construction and stuff like that. So they're digging, they found bones, so they put them in there. And now I think they took them and buried them in Spring Grove again.
How old do they think the bones were?
From the 1800s, before the building. It's a little dusty down here, gotta make the drive. Okay, we're gonna head back the other way. There's a coffin down here too. There's a coffin back in here that's very comfortable. There's cloth out of this table. It's back in there somewhere. Here. It's right behind here. It's a real coffin.
A real coffin.
Bizarre.
A real coffin. Yeah.
That's a good picture.
So there is a coffin that gives a call. I told my guys never open that up when I come down here by myself, because you don't want to do that. You never know.
My team knows that I hate mannequins. So they take advantage, like you go into a historical place, or they'll hide it in the closet, so when I open it up, I'll jump, or
As you can see, we use this for storage.
anything.
There's stuff here from River Bend, from the opera, from the symphony. All right, that's all the River Bend stuff right there, because the symphony owns River Bend. This is where old tools come and die right there. Right there.
eBay.
That saw was purchased in 1959 from Chilito's. Chilito's had a home lawn garden stuff. Why do you make it? Okay, this way right here, I need to turn this light out. You notice how dark the walls are? That's soot from the fire pits. They used to heat the building. And they build fires down here and let the heat go up through the floors and shafts and stuff. And that's how they heated the building way back when. Watch your heads again. Show you one more place. I'm going to look in this hole right here, this crawl space.
This space was really that deja vu for me.
This is where the insane asylum was built on. This is the part right here. You see the old walls and stuff back in there. I think there's some old brick walls. We're going to go down the basement and we're going to look at it from a different angle.
Sorry. Oh, it's okay. You get shut.
Okay.
Awesome. It's a machine. I had deja vu about this basement. And this down here.
That light switch right
Why? Something's going to happen.
Got everybody? Here's the ladies' room right on the other side of that door right there that I'm talking about. I turn the lights off. Okay? So when you come back, it'll be less than 7 water. No, it's not on. It's not on. Darn it. Check. Let me turn one more switch on.
It's like mine for reflex.
Go up to the attic. And we have people that go up here all the time, especially after shows. And they're walking up the steps and they hear somebody following them. Oh yeah, it usually happens about right there. And they're going up, right up, all the way up to there.
Where'd you say it goes?
Up to the attic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It goes up pretty high.
Yeah,
Wow.
it goes up 73 feet.
Anything in the attic? Anything cool?
Yeah, but we can't go there.
I mean, just
What was that?
I'm not asking, I'm just saying, is there something cool?
Because you got the plaster ceiling,
Yeah.
and you pick one wrong move.
Oh, yeah.
You're down here on the seats. We're gonna go down the basement under the stage. The stage is right through that door right there. The same thing, you're gonna have to watch your heads down.
This is like an old time, man. Watching this, the old house and cellar.
This is how the orchestra would get picked from the opera, the ballet, or musical that we would have. They would go through the floor right here and go to the orchestra pit. The pit is up right now.
This is the orchestra pit.
You can't go any farther than right here. But that's the door, there's some stuff here. What do we got? Oh, so it looks like something fell through the cracks. It always does. Some signs. That's the orchestra pit right there. That floor right there. Steel. Right.
What is that?
The orchestra pit right there. So you can't go out there.
And then the rest of the
All
basement,
in,
right?
we'll never get you out. We lose you. And you're gonna need to watch the water. Looks like we have a water leak.
This thing's sticking out.
We wanna walk around the water. Okay, we're gonna go this way. This is another dirt floor.
The same sign?
So what are we looking at here?
This is where the insane asylum was.
Did it keep it in the basement, or did it go all the way up?
It went up.
Yeah.
This is just part of the basement they built over top of it.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And you don't want to take any souvenirs because people have bought them back.
What was this again?
You don't want to take any souvenirs, like brick or anything like that, because people have bought them back.
Was this just the top of the old asylum?
Yeah.
Foundation there.
Foundations and stuff right here. Right. There you go.
Wow.
WCET a couple years ago, well, more than a couple years ago, a few years ago, did a documentary of the music hall. I don't know if you, okay, well, the producer took a piece of scrap lumber out of that hole back in there, and she brought it back.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. And people have taken pieces of brick and stuff like that, they've returned them.
What about if we don't take that chance?
Huh?
I say you take that chance, you report back to us, because you can think about it.
Yeah,
I
that
would love
be-
to.
And then we'll all decide
Except
whether
you
it's a
can't
good
go
idea or
down,
not after.
except you can't go in there. You cannot walk in there. We'll let you walk in there. 'Cause-
You can though, right?
No, I'm not. Oh, not me. I'm not going in there. I spent enough time in there.
Oh, my goodness.
We got everybody?
Yeah,
Seems
well,
like
there's
the-
3 people that couldn't make the steps.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. All right, we're gonna go up these steps right here. On the-
Kids wanna fall into the same.
Yeah, they're a little steep. The steps are a little steep. We're gonna go around the back of the stage to cross over. This used to be the loft for the pipes for the old organ, for the pipe organ. It was in this area right here. Went all the way around like that and went to the upstage area right there. That was all open all the way up through there. For the pipes went all the way up to the ceiling. They made a musician's lounge out of it. When I started here, these were all windows. They bricked them all up when the renovation during the 70s. Because they were falling out.
They bricked up everything, looks like.
Yeah, everything. It was cheaper to brick it up than put a new window in.